Gentlemen, welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, big number 127, and I am diving in. I'm not even wasting time talking about Tiege. Like, Tiege is good, we're good. There are questions from you. I told you last vlog, we're getting to them today. A lot of them anyway. First one I want to address. M.A., our friend M.A. says, why does Tiege Hanley only ask for reviews if they are guaranteed positive from other large YouTube channels? If I'm wrong, please say otherwise, but this is becoming common knowledge. There's one big YouTuber who was spreading fake news and whatever. So here's the deal. That's a whole nother video for a whole nother topic. But here's the way I would like to explain. Sort of, there's kind of two things going on there that are wrong in that comment. A review. A positive review, Tiege Hanley doesn't do promotional review videos, right? A review is from somebody who is unbiased, non-biased, doesn't have any skin in the game, is not getting paid to promote something. We have had a ton of unsponsored, unpaid reviews of Tiege Hanley. One specifically that was one that we've talked about is from Robin James. He runs the channel Man for Himself. He did a, hyped or overhyped or whatever on Tiege Hanley. There's tons of them. There's tons of people doing Tiege Hanley reviews. That's out there. A review is not a promotion. What Tiege Hanley does require is that if we are paying for a promotion, we require the promotion to be positive. But sort of in and of itself, why would you agree to do a promotion if you were going to trash something? The way that promotions work in the promotional world, in the influencer world, you are approached by brands all day long. You're approached by agencies all day long. And they will say to you, hey, we want to, or there's a company that wants to work with you. Would you be interested? And then it is your job as the influencer to do your due diligence, to make sure that it's right for your audience, to make sure that it's right for you, to make sure that you like or love the product that you're promoting. And if you do, then you do the video, you do the promotion, and it is always a positive review, because that is what you are being paid to do. You're not being paid to be like, yeah, today I'm doing a paid promotion. Starbucks is the sponsor of this video. Their coffee sucks. All right, give me my money. It doesn't work like that, right? See there? No. But if I am just a non-biased, somebody who is doing a review, and I'd be like, yo, today I'm reviewing Starbucks. This isn't a promotional video. Ready? God, I don't really like their coffee. It sucks, in my opinion. They're different things. But the way that Tiege Hanley handles promotions is we will reach out. Or, the truth is that the majority of influencers that are working with Tiege Hanley and our promotional partners of ours work and come through our agency, Menfluential Media. Now, there are some influencers that Menfluential Media does not work with for a variety of different reasons. But the agency or Tiege Hanley, and I'm just going to say we because it's easier and less confusing, we will reach out to the influencers. Say, hey, Brett Maverick. Hey, Jose Zuniga. Hey, Brock from The Modest Man. Hey, from Base Zeus. Hey, from whoever. Tiege Hanley wants to have you do a promotion. We think it would be right for your audience, and we would love to partner and sponsor a video. And so at this point, we then will send the kit or a level kit to the influencer to try and to use for 30 days. Now, some influencers say right away, yes, I would love to. I know about Tiege Hanley. I'm down. Let's do this. But some are like, wait a second. I got to try it. I need to make sure that it's right for my audience, that it's right for me. And so they will basically try it for 30 days. And we basically will wait just to see if they like it, or if they don't, or whatever. And so at this point, that is when the decision needs to be made. Not by us, by the influencer. Yes, I want a promotion, and I want to partner with Tiege Hanley and talk about your system because I like it. I enjoy it. I think the products are great. This is something that my audience will love. Or no, it's not right for me, and I'm going to pass on the promotion. But as an influencer, if you are accepting money and doing a promotion from a brand or company, it is assumed and pretty much like common knowledge that it's going to be a positive outcome and situation. If it's not, why would you take the promotion in the first place? All right, we don't pay for unbiased reviews, and paid promotions in and of themselves cannot be unbiased reviews because they're biased. You're taking money. And so that's kind of the way that it works. But in terms of Tiege Hanley only paying for positive reviews, in a way, we do promotions with people that like our product. If they don't like our product, they don't promote us. And if somebody wants to do a random review on the street, like, there's tons of them. We don't pay for that. And so if you want to do a review of Tiege Hanley and not love it and say that it's the worst thing since whatever, you are absolutely able to do that. That's the beautiful thing of the internet. Everybody's got a voice. It's up to you to decide who you promote and what you don't. And so that is how Tiege Hanley works. That is how influencer marketing works. And anybody out there saying that we only pay for promotion and it's got to be, you have to understand this as well. There are a lot of influencers out there in the world. There are a lot of jealous influencers as well. One of the issues that we run into is because, with me, I am part of Tiege Hanley and I am a polarizing person, right? You either like me or you hate me. There's no real in between. And so, it's tough because I know that there are a lot of people out there that want to trash Tiege Hanley because they don't like me, and I represent Tiege Hanley. And so, when you're the top of the game and when you've been doing something for a long time and people see you being successful, sometimes, they get jealous and will come after you or try to tear you down or try to say things that aren't true. And so you also have to realize that when it comes to what people say, they can say whatever they want. What the truth is, a lot of times is different. And so that's my answer. Next question. Next question is from our friend Oliver I'm not even going to try to butcher your name. We love you, brother. I suck at names. Here we go. What is your advice? Is a little bit of a long question. I'm going to try and tie it up. What is your advice on taking an idea and putting it to reality? I have this technology-based idea which could improve the school and learning experience, which, here's the thing, anything educational, I say, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. If you've got an idea and it could, we need, the universe needs, this is something that, you know who your customer is, right? So that's a great thing. So that gets me excited right away. Backstory, I'm a 19-year-old university story, so he's young. That doesn't mean that he can't do this. And honestly, I already know that he's going to be successful because he's young and he's a smart dude and he's thinking. I have about, the idea I have is too good to leave it untouched without at least trying to analyze it more. I have about 90% of the idea worked out on paper, but since I don't have anything about, or I don't know anything about software, I can't do this on my own. Well, one thing I will tell you is pretty much anything is possible. If you can envision it, if you can dream it, if you get that in the right hands, the capable hands, and you've got enough money to make it happen, it can happen. Or you just find people that believe in your vision and your goal as much as you or more than you, you will find a way. Anything is possible. The questions are how and where to meet the right people. We'll get to that in a second. How to bring it to them, and should I have non-disclosure agreements? The answer is yes. If you've got something conceptualized in terms of technology-based, have them sign a non-disclosure agreement. This is basically legally protecting you and your idea. I would hate and it would suck. It would suck for anybody to have an amazing idea. You go out there, you tell somebody, you don't have them sign it, and they sell it. If they, do it, and if you're talking to people that can actually get it done, you absolutely need to have that so that you are protected. And honestly, people should have no problem signing that. If they do, they're trouble, stay away from them. There's another question. What is your money advice in this situation, as I am unexperienced and don't want to waste money, but also don't want to risk losing chances because of me being too cheap? I do have decent amount of financial resources. Cheers. So for one, first thing, you've got 90% of the idea flushed out. I would take it to, 90% is good enough, right? You don't need to have 100%. It's never going to be 100% finished. You're always going to be able to, figure out things that you can change or tweak to change it. And so 90% is good. put it down on paper, get it into a easily digestible and understandable format so that when you bring it to these people, because chances are a lot of the people you're going to be bringing it to are going to be a little bit older than you or more established. Unless you just luck out and meet some tech genius who's 16 years old that can make whatever happen. It's a little bit difficult for me to really dive into where and how to meet the right people because I don't know exactly what it is. I would though right now, you know what I mean? Like it's technology, it's learning. Okay, it's tech learning. I would start looking for if there are products that are similar to, what you want to do. Look for development firms or technology firms or whatever the technology is. Like look for people that are doing that or that have done that, and maybe that's a starting point for you. Reach out and see what is needed in order to talk to you, meet with you, and sort of get an idea and what they charge. I would say that worrying about the money, that's like later. You need to figure out who can do what you need them to do, and then figure out how much it costs and do the analysis. And sometimes, given that you're young, some companies possibly will take equity in the business or idea if they believe in it enough. But you've got to be careful not to give away too much. And so I'm excited for you. Good job. Congratulations. Kick ass. Next question comes from our friend Will Kissick. He says, "Hi Aaron, I'm in high school and I'm starting a tea company in an entrepreneurship class." Cool. That sounds like fun. "I have 7 other partners and we disagree a lot. What are some strategies to resolve arguments in business? Also, we're not sure what marketing to do. What would you recommend?" So this is kind of a tough situation, right? In the real world, you probably won't have 7 partners. You could have 7 partners, but this is a hypothetical business and you've got hypothetical partners. And so it's a little bit tough. You're going to have people on your team that have different opinions, different views. One of the issues is, when you've got a bunch of young people, young people don't necessarily have the experience that people that have been there and done that, got the t-shirt, so everybody's kind of coming at it all over the place and not with much experience. And so what I would recommend is maybe look for an advisor if you're able to do that in order to settle disagreements or, sort of vote on things. I mean, you've got 7, so you don't have an even number. So maybe if there's a decision, and maybe there's 2 choices or 3 choices, maybe you put it down on paper and you let people vote to come to a conclusion. But you've got to make sure that everybody is in consensus that whatever wins, that's what we're going with. Because you'll waste a lot of time going back and forth. And at this point, you need to just make a decision and move on. That's one of the biggest issues that business and new businesses have, is that they get bogged down on the minutia. They're so busy and so focused on solving and answering and figuring every little detail out that they lose sight of the big picture. You got to move on. You got to settle your disagreements. You've got to all agree that you're trying to work together as a team and you're trying to make it happen. In terms of marketing for a tea company, I would go influencer marketing all day long. Hit the mommy bloggers. Look online for people that do things about tea, or stuff like that. Like there's opportunity out there for you guys in terms of marketing this is all hypothetical, right? so hey, I'm sure that there are tea people out there. Look online for top tea sites or tea reviews and have them review it. I mean, there's all sorts of opportunity. There's really no risk, right? So I would say influencer marketing, it's an incredible way. It'll probably impress your teacher, that too, your teacher, and it'll be a lot of fun. So start looking and having everybody sort of find influencers and micro influencers, maybe Instagram, Facebook advertising or marketing. You can get really granular and hone in on people that have shopped for tea or looked for tea or searched for tea, and it's really cool. And I'm excited. I can think of lots of ideas, and hopefully you can as well. Our next question is close to the heart. It's from our friend Kano Kagorakis. I need to not even pronounce names. Says, I am in the works of opening my own fitness center sort of place, but it will be a bit more than that. The people I will be opening the place with are very talented in fitness backgrounds and demographics that can and will certainly help out the business. I know you had a fitness center before, and I know that it went under. However, from your experience, what did you learn in terms of investment? How much money did you initially invest in your business in terms of, say, rent for the area, available equipment, supplements, etc.? Also, did you start off by not making any money whatsoever in the beginning? Because I've heard that some businesses do not make any money for a long time, and end up just losing money at first. This is a loaded question. The fitness center, okay, so fitness centers are tough, just like a fitness center, right? What's really popular right now are these niche fitness centers like CrossFit, Orange Theory. They do something specific, and it's really tough to compete with these LA Fitnesses and all these monster gyms that are popping up all over the place. Some of the small 24-hour places do really well, but you've just got to make sure that you don't have much competition. You also need to make sure that the demand is high, that you've got a lot of households within a certain amount of distance. And really, you've got to determine what that is and what's right for you. For me, my fitness center went under for multiple reasons. It was primarily a personal training studio, more than it was like a gym. So we didn't have a lot of money. We started with not much money. We did like lease owner finance for the equipment. We had payments. It took like 4 or 5 years to pay off. Like, there are ways to do it without having like a ton of cash up front. But fitness equipment is crazy expensive. So, the beautiful thing about like CrossFits and Orange Theories and places like this is that their overhead in terms of startup costs is very low. Usually they're in like a warehouse or some like not great place. That's at least with CrossFit. Orange Theory, they go in a little bit more, high traffic areas like A shopping centers and B shopping centers. Rent is always expensive. You need to find a place that's great in terms of rent, and you've got to be prepared to not make much money. And by not make much money, I mean like any money. Because there's a very big difference between being profitable and having revenue come in. You've got to make sure that you've got enough money to cover your overhead, right? And in terms of overhead, what does that mean? That means rent, you've got fixed costs, you've got your equipment. Most people aren't paying for that all up front. If you are, congratulations, and that's why these smaller places are nice, because you can buy them up front, and then that sort of expense is gone. Because the equipment is one of the biggest expenses. Labor, you've got to figure out your employees, because they are a fixed cost. You've got to pay them long before you ever pay you. And sometimes some people want to, then throw in salaries. Like, okay, I want a salary. I need a salary. So when you're figuring out your break even, that is included. I would say that, dude, fitness center's tough, man. And I don't have the best experience. Like, I know that it can work. I was the wrong person to own one with my partners, with our model. Like, we were just not doing it right. And then there were a lot of other things that happened that came into play that just made it a bigger disaster. And so we were doomed to fail pretty much, from the beginning. And we didn't make much money ever. From the fitness center. I think I made, when I had my fitness center, I think I made like $24,000 a year. And my business partner, I don't know that she ever took any money out of it. She was a bit older. She was the money backing the first initial like fitness center, and it wasn't that much. And then we tried, don't get me started on that. But yeah, it's tough. You've got to have a lot of members. But once you build up a membership base, and once again, I don't know what your gym is. If it's just like a regular gym like an LA Fitness, they're really expensive and you need a ton of memberships. If you've got a smaller like 24-hour place, there's a 24-hour place that I go to that I think is killing it, right? You do the math. If they're on reoccurring membership, God, there's so much. I can't get into all this. You're not going to make money at first. It's going to take you a long time to build up a client base, personal training, services, what are you offering? A lot goes into it. Fitness centers are tough, But if you do it with the right people, you've got enough money to sustain you for a while, and you can do marketing, because at the end of the day, you need people coming in the door, buying memberships, buying training, buying whatever. It's tough, right? You've got to do it, but it's hard. And you shouldn't plan on making money right away. And if your business partners are financing it and you need to make a salary, you need to put that in your fixed cost and be honest. Because, it makes it suck a whole lot worse when you can't pay your bills. You're going to have to get a second job. Like be ready, buckle up, because it's going to get tough. And it's amazing, and I wish you I wish you the success that I didn't have, I guess is what I should say. But that's where I'm going to leave it. That's where I'm going to end this vlog. I've talked a lot. Guys, you're incredible. Keep the business questions coming. They're good. They're amazing. And next week, next vlog, we're coming to you live from Chicago. I'm headed out of town, quarterly meeting. You get to meet all the guys and some of the new guys and gals, and we're going to have an incredible vlog. So guys, we will see you in Chicago. You are amazing. You're beautiful. And we love you more than our double monkstrap shoes. Guys, see you next week in Chi-Town.